Welcome aboard. We've got another Visit Julian podcast episode for you. This one is about the Julian Community Heritage Foundation, which was basically started to get the corner on Main Street in Washington to become a town square. Finally. And it took some great women to step up to the plate and make it happen. And I happen to have one of those great women here with me today. Her name is Dana Smith. No, wait, Dana Pettersen. I'm so funny. Welcome, Dana. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm super glad to have you. And in full disclosure, Dana is one of my longest years friends. So, it's not like I'm doing an unknown interview. She's one of my favorite people on the planet. So, how long ago, at our age, it was either yesterday or 6 years ago, how long ago did you guys actually start the process of trying to turn the corner that has been dilapidated into a park?
So our group was formed 4 years ago. We had a community group that was formed to collectively try to choose what we thought was best for our town. Mm-hmm. And so the former Chevron lot, which was a brownfield for 29 years, we thought would make a great gathering space and rejuvenate our town site. So we started 4 years ago. We were successful in purchasing the project in late April 2021 through grants and donor donations.
So from the time that you started, that you made the decision to make it a quote-unquote town square, it took basically almost 3 years to earn enough money to purchase the property.
Almost 4 years.
Okay.
With a pandemic, so.
Oh, yeah.
That set us behind a year. So
yeah,
we're really grateful that we had county support, County Park and Rec, the former supervisor's office, and people like you at the chamber.
I'll take some credit. But actually, also, it was a lot to do with the community and really rallying behind the project. And that's important because we as a community, if we're commuters or, we leave our houses, we basically see that corner on a daily basis. Right. So, frankly, I would have liked to have seen every single person in this community stand on that corner and rally to make it happen. But the great thing is that enough people did to get the attention for you to earn or raise the money needed to at least purchase that property.
Exactly.
And then after you purchase the property, Chevron had to do one more step, and that was very recently. What was that all about?
So Chevron is going through the final remediation process, cleaning up all the items that were left inside the town site. So they removed 12 wells that were on the lot, and they are continuing to remove another 20 plus throughout the Julian town site.
Yeah, and I don't understand that. Like if there was a gas station over there, why there were 20 wells throughout town?
Because there actually used to be 4 gas stations here. Oh. And the Aquaphor that was underneath what is now Highway 78. So
Main Street. Uh-huh.
So that's a process that's continuing. It's completely done at the park. We've replaced the dilapidated fence. We're really excited.
I know, it looks so pretty.
It looks really pretty. And so now we are moving forward with the development stage. So we're working with our local agencies here in town and the county to get the permits and our site plan approved.
Yeah, and I imagine that takes a lot of time and effort, right? To get a site plan.
It's a lot of time and effort. So we're really fortunate that we have a local architect, Jay Everett, and Teak Nichols, who's a resident here in our community, that's drawn up these preliminary plans, and we're moving forward with that. And we have a conservative 2-year time completion for the entire project to be done.
Now, this is my lack of knowledge. Conservative, does that mean that it could happen sooner, or it could mean it could take longer?
It all depends on the money.
Right?
We're applying for further grants and are seeking donations in our town and outside of our community to help us facilitate the project and get it done.
There are a lot of people who love Julian who don't live here, but I get calls all the time at town hall from people who say, "Oh, I came up there all the time with my family," and so outside Julian, there may very well be someone who hears this podcast
Yes.
that says, I'd like to contribute to a town that brought me a lot of joy throughout my life. And boy, would we welcome that type of support.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, Julian's a small community, and it's not like we're, a Rockefeller community, and every little bit helps, but every little bit is a little bit. So
Yes.
if there's someone out there that, really just loves the idea of a town square, a little park, in a town that they love, boy, would we love to, have a check signed by them, right?
You know what? Any amount we are completely grateful for, and the donors will all be recognized. $25, $50. Mm-hmm. There are some naming rights at the park with donor tiles on a wall. We'll have some park benches, some trees, and that type of thing. But because the park's fairly small, mm-hmm. we can't have plaques everywhere.
Right,
but
sure.
Of course, they'll be recognized in some fashion. So
yeah.
Any donation, we've received $25 up to $5,000 from different individuals, mm-hmm. and we're grateful for each dollar. Yeah. Each dollar we get, it moves us closer to our goal.
Yeah. So you said in the very beginning of our conversation about how your committee got together and decided, how that spot could serve the community.
What that looked like.
Yeah, and I just would like to talk a little bit more about the motivation behind that with your group. I mean, I know you and I have kids the same age, and so I guess maybe just talk about the passion of wanting to create this place for these future kids, the ones that,
right.
That are growing up here now.
Right. Well, we had, it was a group that was gathered together, a grant was received, mm-hmm. and we had local law enforcement, we had teachers, we had mm-hmm. county officials, we had high school students, and so we just thought a gathering spot in the center of our town mm-hmm. for entertainment, mm-hmm. art fairs, just really community gatherings, and just yeah. to sit a spell was really, really important because yeah. we do have a park down the road a little bit, and we have another park outside of town, but there was no collective gathering spot. Yeah. If people gather, they sit here at the town hall on the porch. And so we just thought it was really important to have that, and especially like you said, when you enter town, you pass our museum mm-hmm. and then our chamber, and mm-hmm. so we thought it was a great little triage, a little pocket right yeah. in the center of our historic town site. And so it was a 6-month process. We met diligently, mm-hmm. and that's what we decided to tackle. It hasn't been as easy as we thought it would be.
Nothing ever is.
But it's really a gratifying journey, mm-hmm. and just some really committed members, past and present, mm-hmm. who have done a lot to contribute, and we're just excited about offering this up for our community, mostly, and of course our visitors will be able to enjoy it.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's not like we're going to have a gate on it or anything that says, no outsiders allowed.
No, so we have a temporary fence up now, which we replaced with the old dilapidated one, and that's just until we can, finish with our development.
Sure. But I think it's an important step. And the other thing that's cool about putting up this temporary fence that you did is it draws attention to the park.
Exactly.
Oh, something's happening there.
Yeah.
And that this podcast and that fence and social media and any other avenue we can find, even when Channel 8 came up to talk to me and we walked over to the park, is to let people know that we're working on that square, and please help us make it come to
reality.
Life. Mm-hmm.
And we said too, when we first started, we are a tourist destination, and we're being very mindful of what the park will look like. It'll be it's called a peaceful park. Mm-hmm. It will be drought resistant plants, mm-hmm. And it's just going to be a nice soft spot, mm-hmm. For people to just sit, eat a piece of pie, that type of thing. So we're excited about moving forward. We're actually going to have a preliminary plans for a soft opening mm-hmm. on Saturday, June 4th.
2022.
2022. Mm-hmm. And we just want to paint a picture of what it will look like down the road.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So for those listening to the podcast, if you're interested in learning more, and before you're, looking to donate, or if you're interested in learning more because you're interested in learning more, June 4th, keep an eye out for information. We'll put a little bit of info in the show notes. Come on out, take a look at what the plan is, and talk to the people who are in the know, and find out how it's coming and what you can do to make it move along a little quicker, right?
Yes, to join us in our endeavors to get it completed.
Yeah.
And hopefully it won't take 2 years, but we're trying to be conservative because
Sure.
people are asking. So
Yeah,
I'd like to see it done the end of this year, the first part of next year. But
yeah, so I told her to turn the sound off on her phone. Just for the record, she doesn't follow directions.
Very well.
So now you just remind me I better turn the computer sound off before I become the same. I imagine, and now I lost my train of thought. Thanks, Dana. The finished park, I'm sure there's still a lot of evolution of what that's going to look like.
Yes.
But I've heard a lot of talk about seating so that people could enjoy musical performances. Is that still in the plan?
So that's still in the plan.
Uh-huh.
So we have 4 phases right now, and that will probably be one of the most cost prohibitive. So that will be down the road, but it'll be a stone type seating in the center, and we'll have a stage. And in our last stage, we are really hoping to accommodate the challenge with restrooms.
I knew you were going to say
I know.
restrooms. As
So
soon as you open your mouth, I'm like, restrooms.
Yes.
Yeah, Julian struggles with restrooms, especially because Julian has become even more popular in the last couple of years because we do offer the getting away from the crowds down the hill, and people come up because it's fresh air, and boy, the trails are seeing a lot more hikers and that kind of stuff. So yeah, Julian has become more of a destination, and we're thrilled with it. It's just we're trying to keep up with it.
Exactly.
And that's a challenge.
So we want to be mindful in doing that, but that would be in the very last stage, and we're hoping for some county funds, some big dollars to do
that. Makes perfect sense.
Yes.
I mean, because we are an unincorporated area, so a county participant or county participation would be vital to make that happen, and to bring some relief to this area. Great point. I think when your phone rang, what I was thinking of was the parents who come up here with those small, anxious children, maybe a kid in a stroller or something. That would be a nice place for them to go, to let the kid out of the stroller, or just to kind of hang. So that's a nice place for respite when you're walking the town. Sometimes it's warm. I know, too, sometimes we have older folks here, and there are benches throughout Main Street, but they may be occupied or what have you. So for those who might just need a little rest from walking around town, they could go to the park and have a seat, and still be in the historic district and enjoy all that has to offer, but take a load off their feet and rest a bit. Yeah.
And it's a great people watching.
I love people watching.
That's what I like. It's a great people watching place to just sit, and there's a lot of windy streets here. There's a lot of stairs, and this will be flat. Will be handicapped, accessible, and so we just want to offer a little bit of stepping back in time. Just a place to kind of slow down here when you're here, because it is busy.
Yeah.
And during the week when it's slower, it's a place to, people to walk their dogs.
Pick up after your dog,
Pick up after your dog. So we're really, really excited about it. The Chamber has been a great champion, and we appreciate it. And we'll continue to move forward and be posting on social media.
Yeah.
We have some articles coming up in the Julian Journal, which has been such a great resource for us.
Sure.
And the town hall will be having their informational evening on the 14th of April. And so that was so well attended 2 years ago. We're hoping that so many new people that have moved up to Julian in the last couple of years will get a sense of what it's going to look like.
Right.
Because it is difficult to kind of envision now, because we have to be careful about the signage and such that we put in, adhering to, historical standards here. So people go, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And so we're moving forward.
Yeah, it's an evolution. One of the things that I picked up from our conversation that I just want to bring to the forefront is it seems like you guys have been really mindful that the place, the space, will be friendly to those who live here and to those who visit here.
Exactly.
It's not exclusive for the visitors to Julian, and it's not exclusive to those who reside here. It's really a place that, depending on the time of day, the time of year, that kind of stuff, who it's going to serve. So it's not a place that you put up and, you open it up, the gates twice a year or something.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a place that is going to just serve different people through, again, different times of the day or different times of the year, weather and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's a really well-rounded project that's going to serve those who love Julian and those who live and love Julian in Julian.
And people visiting the back country, we're kind of the gateway down to Warner Springs, down to Borrego Springs, out Highway 79 by Lake Cuyamaca. And the fence will come down once the project is complete. It will be an open. It will be an open facility.
Yeah.
I know some people worry about that, but we have a great volunteer sheriff department here who has said that they will step up and help us, like with this event that we're having, because traffic and parking can be a challenge. So we're trying to cross all our T's and all of our I's with the different concerns that people have, and we welcome people's views and thoughts. And please visit our website, juliantownsquare.org, so you can follow our progress and see if there's in some way you'd like to either help or to donate. We are, in addition to the fundraising for the development, we'll be setting up endowments because we will have ongoing costs with the park.
Absolutely.
And so maybe there's different categories that people would like to see their money go to. So we're open to all of that, and we really encourage people to our websites in the progress of being refreshed, and we want people to join us, especially for our soft opening and any questions. Robin is a great source of information, but we hope people don't charge the chamber office.
I'm totally fine with people charging the chamber office. One of the things I like about being here in this office, and one of the things I pride myself on, toot my own horn, is if you come in and you ask me a question and I don't know the answer to it, it's not like I'm going to go, well, I don't know, have a nice day. I've taken it upon myself to find that information.
You always defer the information.
So if someone comes in and they have a question about the Town Square project, if I know it, great. If I don't, then I will refer them to someone that can get them the answers that they're looking for. So if they want to stop in and ask me, maybe we'll get some more of those brochures over there that we used to hand out. And let's do that. Let's reinvigorate the campaign to educate people for sure.
And now, we're ready. We were kind of at a standstill and quiet during the pandemic. People had a lot of challenges.
Sure.
And so now that seems to be easing a bit, we are actively moving forward with our funding phase.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
June 4th. Oh, that's like when the dance would have been. Yeah.
Okay.
So June 4th, a little soft opening or informational gathering, since we're calling that a gathering spot. And I'll have more information on that in the show notes. And if you follow juliantownsquare.org, that will be updated as well. So consider this your invitation to attend that. I think the hours right now are still up in the air.
We're thinking,
but late afternoon.
Mid to late afternoon.
Okay, yeah. So, keep that in mind and don't make any plans for that day. So, Dana, one of the things I always try to say at the end of a meeting, because I'm not knowing every question that need to be asked, I want to make sure that if there was anything else you wanted to share about the park that I forgot to ask you about or that we just didn't discuss, you can bring that up right now.
No, you've totally covered it. You've been such a great voice for us, and I just really encourage people to visit the website. It's difficult in our town to sometimes with communication and on social media. So we're reaching out down the hill with many foundations, many grants, but there's a lot of other projects in Julian that are going on right now that deservedly need the money also, and throughout San Diego County. So we're grateful for whatever input, whether it be donations, if we have a raffle down the road, helping with park maintenance. We've had a couple cleanups there where people have come and helped pick up trash and that type of thing. And so we're just grateful for whatever support, whatever that looks like.
Yeah. So when you said that, that made me think, like, if someone has a service that's going to be necessary to, like, I don't know, stonework, for example,
Exactly.
as one that came to mind, or an arborist, or a nursery, that kind of thing. If they could donate a tree, would
be great.
That's thousands of dollars to
Would be
save,
great.
right? So it doesn't all necessarily have to be a monetary donation. If you are an arborist or you are a nursery and you've got some trees that are, appropriate for our climate, we'd love to talk to you.
Exactly.
Right?
So I just invite people to. We want people to be part of the process.
Yeah.
Because we have so many visitors here.
Yeah.
When I've worked here in the chamber, there's people from all over the world that come to Julian.
Yeah.
All over the world. And just in my travels, there's always been a small space for people to
park their fannies.
Park the fannies and enjoy the goings on. I mean, we have classic cars that come up here, and we have all kinds of motorcycle groups and tour groups, and it's a great it's going to be a great spot to watch our 4th of July parade, and our Christmas parade that the chamber does.
Yeah.
So it's just a great. I hate to keep using that word gathering, but
no, it's fantastic, and it probably will also be a really great place to see the Christmas tree lighting.
Exactly.
And maybe then it's a new place where Santa Claus comes. Who knows? Yeah.
Exactly.
The possibilities are endless.
Jinx, you owe me a coat.
Thank you for coming in and talking to me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No
I'm not
sweat.
very good at these kind of
things. You were
things.
fantastic, but she's holding my hand now. I can't push the stop button on the record.
So I appreciate you guiding me along. Thank you so much.
No, it was fantastic. See you next time, folks.
Okay, dear.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.